Hello, I'm Rafa Hernandez and this is my final project, Robot Race Car. In the next 15 minutes I will try to present the main parts of this project, organized as overview, objectives, level of autonomy, software and hardware, architecture, bill of materials, milestones, experiments and results, and conclusions. RACECAR racing is a popular hobby. Scale cars can also be used as models for education and investigation. The use of scale models allows to model the real world in a controlled manner, prove concepts and teach, do research, and take risks that we'll never take in the real world. Autonomous car racing is an evolving international sport, like the RoboRace Alpha competition that took place last year, or the new Indy Autonomous Challenge that will take place this October. Scale car racing has become a prime playground for self-driving vehicle experimentation. Multiple organizations like MIT, AWS, or UPenn use scale race cars in education and experimentation. Several groups have started organizing and hosting autonomous scale race car competitions. The more popular scale is 110. The main driver of this project was my curiosity on the possibility of converting one of my RC racing cars in a self-driving robot race car using a Jetson Nano computer and a servo motor controller. Once the autonomous race car was built, its abilities could be tested, driving as fast as possible and solving things like lane detection, obstacle evasion, and obstacle avoidance, changing lanes as outrunning other cars. And with all these abilities, the robot race car should be ready to participate in time-based lab competitions. The robot race car should be able to be fully autonomous. With a predefined number of laps, it will be placed on the start line. The start action will trigger the car to complete the circuit in the shortest time possible. Any human intervention during the race will disqualify the robot race car. So in this sense, the race car is considered to be within autonomy level 5. The software I used for this project was the NVIDIA Jetpack SDK 451, Python 3.6, Jupyter Notebooks, NVIDIA Jetson libraries like Jetpack, JetCam, JetRacer, JetCard, Torch to THP, including Torch and Torch Vision, and GitHub as a project repository and version control. The hardware I used for this project was my MacBook Pro i7 with macOS High Sierra, an iPad Pro 11 with iPad OS 14.5, which I found very useful when I went out to test the car, and the Jetson Nano single board computer Revision B with Linux and Ubuntu. This is the system architecture logical diagram. It's divided in perception, planning, and control. The perception is done by a single camera input, which is mounted on the front of the vehicle. The planning is done by an end-to-end CNN model, which predicts using the camera input the angle for the steering servo and the speed for the electronic speed control. This is an architecture system physical diagram. It shows in the middle the servo controller. It takes power from a battery and the signal from the Jetson's Nano GPIO and repeats the signal to the steering servo and the electronic speed controller. Later on, I added a multiplexer board that allowed me to choose the signal from the servo controller or from the radio control using the channel 3 on the transmitter. That was useful to trigger the car to start and to stop it. This is the bill of materials of my proof of concept. I had almost all the materials needed, except for the Jetson Nano. This is the bill of materials of the Robot Race Car 1.0, including the Jetson Nano and the RC chassis. All the materials are readily available and I included the links to the stores. As you can see, the total is well under 500, while other similar projects start from 600 and up. My list of milestones included a quick proof of concept to validate the feasibility of controlling the steering servo and the electronic speed control for the motor from the Nano's GPIO using a PWM servo controller. With a successful proof of concept, the next milestone was to build a fully functional robot race car in one of my RC chassis, including now the camera and the Wi-Fi module. The next step was to test different algorithms for lane detection. The next milestone was to improve the algorithm and training, to add the ability to do obstacle evasion. The next three milestones were related to keep improving the algorithm and training, to add the ability to changing lanes for avoiding objects as of running other cars. Everything started with a proof of concept, controlling the steering and throttle on a Jupyter notebook in the Jetson Nano, connected to my laptop using a USB bridge and used the browser in my Mac. Here is the version 1.0 of the Robot Race Car. It is made based on an RC race chassis. As you can see in the lower tray are located the usual components for the RC car: the battery, the steering servo, the electronic speed control, the motor, and the radio receiver. In the upper tray are located all the components for controlling the car: the Jetson Nano, the servo controller, and the multiplexer, and the camera is mounted on the front of the vehicle. My first experiment was creating a convolutional neural network and train it with a couple hundred of images, but it was taking too long to train and the results were not very good. Experiment number 2 was applying knowledge transfer using pre-trained models. After analyzing several models, the more promising was AlexNet, followed by ResNet 34 and ResNet 18. For experimentation purposes, I made a track in my driveway. Unfortunately, the results were not as expected. For experiment number 3, I decided to go back to the drawing board and use a model with less features, in this case ResNet 18, since the other two seemed to be too heavy for fast predictions. I improved my track and made it closer to the one used in the competitions. I added a second lane and more clear markings. This is an example of the model prediction. I use this view to verify the model fitting and find the areas where the model is not fitting well and further training is needed. Here you have my control panel. With this group of widgets, I was able to capture images, annotate them, train the model, evaluate the model, load a model, save a model, and also check on the live predictions from the model. In that way, I could correct, adding new images, and train more. Finally, qualifying in the pole position. The model was trained with images taken in one direction, but the model can generalize going in the opposite direction. Multiple cones will force the car to stop. In this test, there are cones randomly distributed on the lanes. Please note how in the first lap the car avoids the first cone going to the right, but in the second lap it does it to the left. Some very important points I can take out of this project are that RC racing cars are a lot of fun, but also can be used for education and experimentation. Machine learning and deep learning are powerful tools for autonomous vehicles. The use of knowledge transfer can greatly reduce the time needed to train a model. And the prediction speed is really important for autonomous vehicles. Thank you for your attention to this presentation. You can find all the information about this project, including the link to this presentation, in the GitHub project repository.